Welcome to episode 14 of Let's Play Planet Coaster, where I've just opened the park for the first time. Ocean Bay Studios has now got guests in, experiencing the different rides and attractions within. And yeah, I haven't let too many guests in. I have actually capped it at just over 1800, just to stop it getting too laggy, really. To be honest, it's not lagging as much as I thought it would do. Obviously, this is not a massive park, not compared to Volcano Springs. That was pretty laggy as soon as I let guests in. This isn't too bad, don't get me wrong. Frames per second is still not amazing, but it's certainly a lot better than it would have been if I'd have had maybe 3,000, 4,000 guests inside this park. But yeah, let's just go around and have a little look. You've just seen some shots for the first couple of minutes of the video there of just the park with people coming in, and it's always nice and refreshing when you've built a park like this just to see it operating with people. But yeah, you've just seen them shots. Let's have a look on the park management tab down here just to see what people think of it and how it's running. So if we click on overview just there, here's a little look then at the general guest thoughts. So obviously the top guest thoughts there: I'm thirsty, 32%, 31%, this park is great, 24%, oh, it's sort of fluctuating there between 24 and 25, say that they're hungry. Ocean Bay Tour is really good value, 23%, 22%. The queue for Ocean Bay Tour was quite quick. So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it then? Obviously we can look at all these different tabs and see what general thoughts are. Staff, their general happiness is 93%, which is really good. That's actually improved over the past sort of half hour or so since opening the park, mainly because of staff training, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. And of course, if we go on all these different tabs here, it'll tell us what's staffed. Obviously we can see there that all my food outlets are all staffed there, which is good. Security management, that tells you about the pickpockets, number of thefts and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, if we go onto this tab here, this is probably my favourite one for seeing what types of groups we've got in the park. So we've got 35% which are adult groups. We've got there 34% that are teen groups and 31% family groups. So it's pretty much split there across. Yes, there's a few less families, but that's quite interesting to see. Happiness 95, 55% hungry, 55 need the toilet, 64 percent energy on that, 20% thirst, and nausea 100%. So that's not too bad actually. I'm quite pleased with that. Maybe need a few more food and drink options inside this park. That might fix some of the issues. And as we go on to staff just here, let's just see how people are coming on. Now let's just talk about this in a bit more detail. So obviously with this here, we can see the energy level and the happiness level. We have put in the rest rooms for staff around the park, the break rooms where they can go. And when this little light flashes up here, we know that when the arrow's up like that, we can actually train the staff further. So all of them need more training. Here, I can't train them until further dates. As you can see there, we've got the 24th of July and the 31st of August because I've already trained them within that time. But yeah, it's, looking down here, making sure we can keep all the staff as happy as we can do. If we see anything like this, it's working out why are they feeling a bit unhappy there. So there you go, money really isn't an issue, and the staff building is lovely, so they're clearly not in too bad of a state there. It's just making sure to keep your staff as happy as you can do, but obviously when you are increasing the training level, you also need to make sure you are increasing the salary. I've already increased these by about $30 to $40 from what they were before, but obviously once they get up to the 4th and 5th level of training, I will be sure to add even more to that. There we are, just keep making sure that all these are trained the best they can. Obviously some of these are a bit low on energy, but there is 3 staff rooms. I have actually added an extra staff room compared to when I first opened the park. So you might remember, if you've been watching closely and watched all the episodes, there wasn't actually a staff room here on this section of the park, whereas I have just put that one in because obviously you've got all the restaurants and facilities there. There's also a staff room inside here on the right, and then also, if I move you down here, just inside Tom's bike shop, there's a staff room in there. And if we click on that, it tells you the current capacity of that is 10. I've increased that. The building scenery rating, obviously the better it looks, the cleaner it is and everything like that. The staff are going to feel more recovered. You can see someone's just come out there, they're clapping, yeah, woo, they got some energy. And yeah, there's 6 people in there rest at the moment. There's all the different staff. If I want to, I can kick them out of that building. Oh, another one coming out refreshed. So yeah, things are running good. Actually, I'm really pleased with how this park is actually running. Like I say, I have capped the guests. But let's go around and have a look at the queue times. Let's start down here with the backlot stunt coaster. So as we can see there, oh, the queue's moving really well actually. Pretty much just a walk on straight there into the station. That's really good. Let's have a look at the tram tour down here. As we can see, the queue is just peeking out the other side of the building there. And then it's just down into the large indoor section. So yeah, that's not too bad. If we move a bit further up this way, obviously we can see the tram tour in action there. I think there's 4 different trams on that now. So you got one in the station loading and then a few round there. Of course, go up to Back to the Future. Big key for that all outside there. That is quite a high capacity ride when it's running well. Of course, the Amity Tower Hotel. This has been walk on since opening the park, because obviously we've got 2 brand right next to each other. The newest rides that I've built. And of course down here, Jaws again, pretty much. Oh no, it's got a bit of a queue in there. Not too bad though. What's that, a few minutes, 3 or 4 minutes maybe? Again, there's loads of boats. So yeah, this park's actually running really well, a lot better than what I was expected. Considering there's only, well, technically there's 6 rides, isn't it? Because there's 2 in there. But yeah, when you think you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different experiences, and to be honest, it's running really well because there's no flat rides, no filler attractions or anything like that yet. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. This is just a quick short video really, just to show you the park in action, because for the next episode is going to be all about Halloween. Of course, Scream Park Worldwide here on the channel has just launched, so it's all about Halloween. But I am going to do some heavy theming in this event, in this park, and do a big Halloween event. I'm also going to try and do some scare zones on some of the footpaths around, a couple of scare mazes, and yeah, it should be really good fun. And then of course, moving on from that, I'm actually out in Florida at the moment, at the time of filming this, so I'm out there, and then of course, I'm working on all this when I come back from my Florida trip. I'll be completing the park and connecting it up round this way. I've mentioned it's not going to be a massive park, but there's certainly another maybe 30 to 35% to go in round here to make it a rounded path experience as it goes round. But yeah, I'll show you a few more shots of the park in action before yeah, looking back at the staff and seeing where to go next in terms of making improvements. hour or so just monitoring the guest flow around Ocean Bay Studios, and I'm really pleased with it. It seems the guests are all spreading out nicely on the paths. It's not like the old days of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 where you used to get a lot of like laggers in different areas and having to connect different paths up where you don't want them just to stop people congregating. It's not like that at all. I'm really pleased with it, and it's just nice after, like I said earlier on, once you've done such a big project, it's nice to just see people in the park. And of course this park is nowhere near finished, as I mentioned earlier on, but I think the guests will flow even nicer once I've got this pathway connected just to the right of Back to the Future, all the way down this lake, through another couple of areas, and back down towards the guest services building here at the main entrance. Let's just have a look on the park management tab just to see how the staff are getting on. Oh yeah, a few more there needing training, so of course we'll up them. And some of these will be needing their wages up in soon, because look at the level here, what some of them are on full now, if not on at least 4. So yeah, like we'll have to up the staff in general. Like everybody seems quite happy. Oh, they all need up into that final level. Wow. Yeah, everybody seems quite happy down here. If you see all greens pretty much like that, then it's happy days in terms of staffing. But there's so many ways that you can improve the happiness levels of your staff. Oh, there we go. Mitzi Lindsay's not very happy there. Look, happiness is quite low. Wonder why. My work isn't pushing me enough. I wish they paid me a little more. See, they want more pay now, so I'm going to work on that and of course up the pay. But yeah, it's really come together nicely. I'm very pleased with it. More staff there. In general though, the staff seem quite happy. And let's have a bit of a guest overview. Of course, that's not really going to have changed too much there because no one new has come in. And just a guest summary. Happiness 99%. All positive down the bottom there on the guest thoughts. Yeah, just in general, everyone seems really quite happy, which is really good to see. But yeah, anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode. Like I say, just a quick one to open the park. The next episode's all about Halloween. I'm going to put some scare zones in, scare mazes, theming around the park, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Of course, Screen Park Worldwide has now launched, and hope you enjoy all our different videos. I'm out in Florida at the moment with Alex, and yeah, doing all sorts of Halloween events and theme parks in general. And of course, stay tuned for those videos here on Theme Park Worldwide. Thank you very much for watching, and from Ocean Bay Studios, until the next episode, that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later.